Hello, welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all of your beautiful comments below my readings this month. A big congratulations to this week's winner of the free tarot reading. And if you have dropped your comment below any of my videos this month, be sure to check your notification bell and your notifications, because I am waiting to hear back from one of my most recent winners. So be sure to do that if you have left your comment and you are subscribed to the channel. And if you have found yourself here for the very first time on this channel, I do pick a card readings on this channel. So be sure to subscribe, drop your comment below any of the readings this month that I offer for a chance to win a free video reading from me. You can also check out my links for Etsy as well, because I do offer a chance to win a free mini read over there on occasion. And I do offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But if you are here today for today's reading, then please welcome. Pull up a chair. We're going to have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here together. And today's pick a card topic is all about a big change that you don't see coming in your life at this moment. So the next biggest change that you don't see coming, that's going to kind of change everything for you perhaps. And what will that be? What do your guides want to speak to you about today? We have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the multicolored butterfly and the chess game. Pile number 2 with the golden butterfly and the waterfall, and pile number 3 with the pink butterfly and the lookout. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today from Spirit. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today is all about the big changes that you don't see coming in your life at this time. So the next big change for you. So pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn here to the multicolored butterfly and to the chess game, and this is your reading. What is the next big change that you don't see coming that Spirit wants to warn you about or wants you to prepare you for in your life? The 3 of Keys chess game, this is coming from the Akashic Tarot. And the 3 of Keys, this chess game, you can see it's a game being played. And this can be in pertaining to the work realm or pertaining to some sort of decision or group project that you're working on. This just talks about some conflict that you may be experiencing right this moment with your relationships, but it doesn't feel like perhaps an interpersonal relationship, although it could be. But this card does suggest taking a step back, because people that you're dealing with have their own agenda. And so their agenda may not be to serve you and your best interests at this time. So you could be in a bit of a conflict right now, and you don't know how that conflict is going to sort of play out for you. It could be dealing with other people within the work realm right now, and these people could have an agenda that they are playing by. So let's take a look here. The chess game is also speaking about careful, calculated steps that you're going to be taking. And there is a bit of a, I will say it does feel like there's a little bit of a warning coming through here for you, pile number 1. So let's take a look here and see. Even on the back of the deck, we have the Tower coming. But let's take a look here. What is the next big change you do not see coming that Spirit wants to prepare you for in this present moment, please? The next big change you don't see coming. We have the Ace of Pentacles. First of all, they want you to understand that there's going to be an opportunity that springs from the conflict that you're going to be experiencing or that you're experiencing right this moment. So again, if you're in some sort of negotiation or you're waiting for some type of offer, Spirit says the people that you're negotiating with definitely have their own agenda for sure. We have the 7 of Cups. The Knight of Swords, the Magician, Five of Pentacles. Back up the deck, we have the 5 of Swords, and we have the Tower. And there's the Strength. I want to clarify this as we go forward here. There does feel to be a shift or change coming in pertaining to your work realm, perhaps your home realm as well. And I feel like in this moment, you're feeling really conflicted about what to expect next in these realms, perhaps, because this Knight of Swords says that you're kind of being driven by your reaction right this moment from what is immediately right in front of you, but there's more information to come. Spirit wants you to know there's more information to come. And there's definitely an aspect of communication that is a part of this big change for you. So there could be some sort of negotiation that you can expect in the work realm coming up. For others, this big change in relation to your work realm could mean upheaval. So it could mean that you're leaving something behind. but they don't want you to fear any of this change that's coming in. It's kind of interesting because it's kind of coming across as a bit of a cheeky message, because the angels are saying, be not afraid, but they're also projecting themselves as a giant eyeball in the sky, which can be a very frightening image. But they're like, be not afraid. I told you not to be scared, but because it's movement, and movement is made for you. Like, this movement is purposeful to your experience. It's bringing you into something more abundant than what you're experiencing, but they understand that change is scary, and that it's easier to just fantasize about these types of changes than it is to actually experience them. For some watching, this major change for you is going to come in the form of the work realm, but it's also going to pertain to your physical realm too. So you could be moving because you're getting a new job offer. We have the Ace of Pentacles. That's why they say if you are experiencing a big shift in the work realm in the very near future, or it's already upon you, don't be too stressed out about it. Even though the people that perhaps are thrusting you into this situation have their own agenda, that's okay. Spirit says that this conflict that you're experiencing is just temporary. And the next big change is going to be new opportunities. But I do feel like you're disappointed being thrust into it. I feel like this change is being forced upon you. And so you feel like you have a lack of control. But Spirit's almost communicating that this has to happen in the way that it's happening so you can regain that control. It's all about recalibrating. And here's the Six of Swords. So they want you to know that victory will be yours. There's the Six of Wands as well, that victory will be yours, but they see a lot of transition coming in for you, especially in the work realm. And as I said, this transition for you is going to bring you to new opportunities, better opportunities, first of all, but they understand that change is still scary. The Seven of Cups is talking about you rifling through confusion and exploring other options, especially because you're dealing with some people that are being kind of jerky to you in the work realm, or it feels like a work realm energy, but you're dealing with someone who's creating this conflict for you, and the conflict that's being created is meant to light a fire underneath you. Literally, you can see the magician is lighting this fire on the table, and it's a checker cloth, just like the checkerboard here of this game that people seem to be playing with you, or this sense of other people prioritizing their agenda, and it affects you in some way. But Spirit doesn't want you to be concerned with what's immediately being shown to you. On the other side of this permanent change is balance, is peace, is clarity over why you had to be moved through this cycle. Because wherever you're at in this moment, if you're dealing with these people, Spirit says this is not the highest version of you that's being reflected back at you, so you can't stay around these types of people for very long. They're trying to move you into a new earth, and you're going to leave these people and this difficult energy behind. So the next big change could feel really scary, but the scary energy is just temporary, and your angels are saying, be not afraid. Be not afraid, because we're moving you into peace. We're moving you into better opportunities because you've had to deal with these people. And they keep calling them an expletive. They keep calling them, well, I don't want to swear, but they keep calling them an expletive. They're saying that they're treating you like a bunch of jerks, basically, is what they're treating you like. But this frustration that you feel, it looks like he's up the creek with no paddle, but he's got all the paddles. That's what Spirit wants you to understand, is that you have all the paddles. You have all the abundance waiting for you if you just push through this period of frustration. And you could be a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, so you could have a very fragile heart. When dealing with difficult people, it could be really hard on you. And that's why Spirit wants to make sure that you're not reacting with sort of an initial reaction without seeing the full spectrum of the full picture that they want to show for you. They want to bring in more information. That's what this reading is all about, to try to combat some of your anxiety that you're feeling in this big change, and recognize that it's made for you. There's the Four of Wands, and there's something very protected about this next path for you. All the upheaval that you're going to experience, that even dealing with these difficult people, is very temporary, and is moving you into something way more abundant. And it looks like it's moving you into a new position for work. And for some, this could mean upheaval overall. You may have to move physically as well. What is the next big change to expect, please? We have By the Book. Number 11. It almost feels like There could have been layoffs or something that somebody could have been dealing with, because I am dealing with collective energy. So there's a lot of energies that are floating in, but there could have been layoffs, or there could have been, it's like there's a bunch of negotiations going on, and the negotiations may not feel like they're going to go in your favor, even though you do everything right. You do everything right. You try to go by the book. You try to do all of the tasks that are associated with your job, perhaps, but you can see all of these elephants, they're all linked up and their trunks are down. So it's like luck may not feel like it's on your side. It may not feel like it's on your side during this upheaval, but Spirit says that opportunity knocks where we think that there's no luck. Because this is all a part of new building blocks for you. All a part of change within the work realm that's going to bring you to new opportunities overall and a new sense of confidence as well. They say that you're handling, even though you're feeling really emotional and really upset in the present moment, you're handling it with grace, and it's an opportunity to handle it with grace as well. And I feel, again, it feels like it's really disappointing. It's like it's forcing you to the edge. It's like you may not be ready to take this leap of faith. It's forcing you to the edge, because I feel like there's an unpreparedness. It's like I wasn't prepared for this. It's like I had the rugs swept out from underneath me because other people had an agenda. And they're looking out for themselves in this agenda. These people that have this decision over you, or this decision that they have to make regarding your position, they have an agenda that's there to protect themselves. But Spirit says they're working on your behalf behind the scenes, number one, and you're not going to be down for long. We have regeneration. We have come to the edge. We have building blocks for you for a new beginning. And so even though we don't feel ready, Spirit says there's a difference between what we think we need and what we think we want. And Spirit says we need this change. So even though it feels really frustrating and it feels really forced, Spirit says this big change is something that we need, because it's leading us into more opportunity. And it's leading us to a pathway that contains way more abundance. And that's why all of these major themes are encouraging us to surrender to what's going to be revealed to us in the next chapter. What are the next big changes to expect, please? Confidence, be bold and take charge. And this cougar is going out on a limb. When I think of cougar, I also sometimes think of an older, attractive woman. So again, if you're someone who's being if there's a situation at work where you're kind of being forced out, you're sort of being pushed out a little bit, and you may feel like age is against you, Spirit doesn't want you to be concerned about that. It says get ready for big changes and appreciate the beauty inside and all around you. This is the Queen of Swords. You can see she's reflecting back at herself. This swan does not look very happy. Swans can be a very dangerous animal, but that's why Spirit is prioritizing focus and clarity. They're saying that amidst all of this change, you're going to have some options that are going to be offered to you. So I don't feel like you're going to be kind of kicked out completely in your job realm, but there's going to be options that are going to be afforded to you. But these options I don't feel like are good enough for you. And that's why you're feeling like you're being pushed to the edge. So you may be offered a severance package, or you may be offered sort of minimized hours or something like that, but you're going to be really weighing your options about what do I deserve versus what am I being offered here. And Spirit says for some, you may decide to take a leap of faith, to use this as an opportunity for growth and for sort of propelling you into big changes. They say that you're a little bit fearful, and there's definitely conflict here. It's going to test your strength, but get ready for the big changes, because you're going to be rewarded for that boldness. So surrender to it. Back of the deck says, ask for what you want, because I do feel like there's going to be some sort of back and forth negotiation that you could be experiencing at this time of big change. Let's get an angel card for you. Advice, please. Next big change coming in. Next unexpected change they don't see coming. It says, all is well. Do not fear. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings that you will soon understand. So don't be afraid to spread your wings and fly. Do not hold back right now. The timing is yours to come to the edge. Come to the edge and push yourself out of this comfort zone. Even though the conflict is very real, it feels very almost heavy in energy. Again, with the Tower, after we allow the dust to settle and the smoke to clear, we're left with a solid foundation on which to rebuild, and that's exactly what Spirit sees for you. You're moving into much more abundance. But let's get you a future outcome card, please, for pile number 1. Next next big change they don't see coming. Heart healing and freedom flow is coming out as well. It says, do not hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. And there's something about your dreams and your goals that it's like the space that you're in isn't big enough to hold you. Morning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. Do not be nervous. Today or tonight, the path you're on will lead you just right. So don't worry. And they're even talking about the opportunity that's knocking very, very soon for you. So once the upheaval happens, opportunity knocks very, very quickly for you, pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. The next big change they don't see coming. What else can you offer as advice or support in the bowl, please, for pile number 1? The Empress, this whole situation, the whole upheaval, coming to the edge, this rebirth energy, the opportunity, it's all coming in to help you align with this highest version of yourself. We have the 7 of Wands, and we have the Page of Wands reversed. Now, the Page of Wands in reverse perhaps doesn't want to go exploring. He's like, I'm not ready to go exploring. I don't want to be thrust into this situation. It's challenging us. We're not feeling balanced in the present moment. But this 7 of Wands is just your determination to power through. And that's what Spirit shows for you because they're aligning you with this highest version, which means that the environment that you're in right now, where all of this negotiation is taking place, it just is too small to hold you. It just doesn't, it's not good enough for you. It's like accepting less than what you deserve. In the bowl today, we have the letter B. We have half of the yin yang. It's the divine feminine. We have prescription. I heard pharmacy. You could perhaps work in a pharmacy. There's also an aspect of insecurity with that. We do have the triangle. I do think of third party sometimes, but I also think of mountains to climb. And we have the purple siren. So the purple mermaid calling us into the unknown, but it's purple. So it's holding more regency, or it's holding more abundance for you. We have a gift, and weakness is a choice. And sometimes you can feel like certain things that happen in our life do not present as gifts at first, but that's why Spirit wants us to look beyond the immediate appearances of things. We have a key, so feeling stuck. We also have glasses. You could wear glasses, again, prescription energy, but also learning something, so education. We have sweet results that await us with the honeybee and self-sacrifice. We have the Minnie Mouse, so I think about little girls, and the Star of Aquarius. We also have the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, so late for an important date. It's also about a proclamation. It's like announcing that we're going to have a new exploration to go on. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you, and I'm praying for you. If it does resonate with you, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my links below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, or for Instagram. But please come and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You are drawn to the golden butterfly and to the 6 of forces here, the waterfall, and this is your reading. What are the big changes that you don't see coming in your life at this time? Now, this is from the Akashic Tarot, and this waterfall energy, the 6 of forces, is linked up to the 6 of swords, so transitions into clarity and peace. But it also features this beautiful waterfall, which talks about having a constant flow of energy supply available to us from the heavens, from the grounding energy. It also talks about flowing. Perhaps you've been going through a period of turbulence and flowing into a calmer pool of water. So let's take a look and see. What is the next big change that you don't see coming in your life right now that your guides want to prepare you for? You have the 9 of Pentacles. The Devil. Capricorn energy. Page of Pentacles. I feel like someone's really stressing out about finances and about your money and coin. And I feel like you've struggled with finances for a long time. This is something that has been a recurring issue perhaps in your themes of life. Just struggling to find stability, struggling to accept stability and to really sort of surrender to it. We have the Hermit. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We also have the 6 of Cups. Now let's clarify this as we go here. Now, because I'm dealing with collective energies, I do have multiple energies floating into this reading at this time. So this big change that you don't see coming for someone is a definite financial boost or opportunity towards more abundance, which is really, really lovely. It's like an offer coming in, a very generous offer. It almost feels like a gift, to be honest. Now, this gift could be in the form of an opportunity, though, in the work realm. We have the Knight of Swords, and he's coming in sort of sideways. Because Spirit is indicating that your abundance, and we're not just talking about financial abundance in the way that we view abundance, but your view on abundance overall is definitely affected by what we've witnessed in our lifetime. This Knight of Swords, he is rushing forward with what he believes to be true about abundance, about stability. And right now he's in this place that he's not even sure of himself. He's still rushing forward with that thought, but he's not even 100% sure of himself there, because Spirit's here to offer a different perspective on that lack mindset. Because we're going off of these finite experiences and we have infinite possibilities available to us in the unknown. And so Spirit wants us to understand that this next chapter for you is bringing you into more of a peaceful place where you can exhale and you can actually reflect upon abundance overall. Because this opportunity, it feels like an offer of some kind, again, in the work realm. It's going to help reestablish confidence in you, because it helps to get you here. It helps to let you achieve the financial abundance that you deserve and that you want to manifest. And I feel like it even kind of takes the ceiling off of what you think you can accomplish. Because of this next big change that you don't see coming, this opportunity, it's like a propeller towards confidence. It like starts to help you refocus in a new direction on how you can achieve even more financial goals, and more goals that aren't even linked to finances, but linked to your overall dreams, your overall manifestations. So this is just the beginning. This next big change for you, this next opportunity for you that's being offered, is just the beginning for you. It's like you're finally going to have clarity over what has been holding you back in a lot of different realms when it comes to manifestation. You are more focused in the future. You're no longer listening to the notes of the ego that tells you that you're afraid or that you're unable to move forward. You're feeling more confident moving forward because of these opportunities. Leo energy with the Strength. We have the Nine of Swords. And I feel like this next big opportunity for you is really going to test these muscles of abundance and abundant mindsets, and even thinking optimistically, because you're in a habit of overthinking. You're in the habit of looking towards negative energies, and that's just a habit we have to break, and that's why the Strength is here, helping us to accomplish that. Because what Spirit wants you to understand with this next big change towards abundance is that you are going to have, it's almost like you get something, you get an offer, you get an opportunity, you get settled in, and then that old voice starts to creep in to make you afraid of, like, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if it gets taken back from you? What if? So don't think that when you hear that voice creep up that it's telling you that the rug is going to be swept out from underneath you, because it's not. We have the Four of Cups. It's almost like you're too afraid to be too excited about the opportunity as well. And so your guides want to warn you about that apathy, because we need to communicate to the universe that we're so excited about the new opportunity, because that's what we want to continue to communicate to the universe that we're ready for, is more. So it's like you're almost afraid to be excited. Spirit says it's okay to be excited. Back of the deck is the Two of Cups. We also have the Five of Pentacles. Now, at the beginning, I said that I have multiple energies that are floating in, and this is where I want to switch to that secondary message, because the next big change for someone else watching coming in that you don't see coming is communication. Communication coming in from someone from your past that you've been waiting to hear from. And this is going to boost your ego. You're going to be excited to hear from this person, but I feel like there's also a lot of complications associated with this new opportunity. And that's why there's hesitation. There's like a helplessness of like, I've been waiting to hear from this person. I've been waiting for this opportunity, for some type of reunion with this person. But be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. And I feel like there's complications in the way. But what we do see as this next big change is that even if you are the half of the collective that is resonating with this secondary message about a person coming forward, and there's heartbreak associated here, this still provides the opportunity for the two of you to provide clarity for each other. I feel a conversation happening. I feel closure energy, or at least the desire for closure. It may not be possible with the amount of emotional force that I still feel between the two of you, but that's going to be the opportunity that presents itself for you, is an ability to shed some light on your feelings. Because this could have just perhaps been a friend that's revisiting or returning to your life in some way, because there's been many years, Spirit says, and there's been a lot of transformations between the two of you. So a lot of changes for both of you during those years apart, but it's an opportunity for you to shed light on your emotions. It's also an opportunity for you to make a discernible decision about where you can take this. If it was just a friendship, can it move into a relationship? There will be an opportunity for that. But again, Spirit says there's some practical obstacles and some decisions that need to be made for some watching in connection to that movement or growth towards relationships, if that's the path that you choose. So very different messages coming in for the collective here for the next big change. One is very financial. It's almost a connection or an opportunity in the work realm. So, but it feels like a really good offer, like almost too good to be true. And the secondary message is for the second half of the collective, of expecting someone from your past to return with some sort of communication. This communication is most likely going to come in text or online in some way. And for someone watching, I feel like it comes in and you're excited about it, but then there's the realization of like, oh, I'm not available, or there's all of these obstacles. I need to think very critically about my next step. The next big change you don't see coming. We have co-create with Spirit and chaos and conflict. Change is coming for you, pile 2. The change is in your foundations at work or foundations in relationships, but the chaos and conflict card can really relate to the Tower energy. So permanent change that is coming in, and it's coming in with an opportunity towards new gateways. New gateways in love, new gateways in the financial realm and career realm as well. And Spirit says that this co-creation card is asking you to take advantage of the opportunities as they present. The cheetah has to react when it's offered an opportunity for growth, or it will lose its opportunity to get a meal. And so Spirit says it's time to take that leap of faith or push yourself out of your comfort zone if you choose to when this change occurs. We have the Fates, number 17. And what Spirit wants to put as an overarching theme here for pile 2 is the fact that there's something very divinely guided being protected for you when it comes to these big changes in your life, especially when it comes to the emotional connections that may be returning to you. There's something very protective surrounding that. It's almost like you feel fated to meet this person again, or you feel such a deep connection with this person that you're almost wanting to manifest a reunion here. And that's what Spirit says may be actually happening, is there's some type of reunion to expect with someone from your past, someone that you may have gone to school with actually. And I still feel like there's still potential there, or there's still the desire for potential to be there. Even though we may be saying that we just want closure or clarity, it may open up a can of worms. So they just want to warn you about that. Because there's this fear in making a decision with practical losses with the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Lovers. So for someone watching, there could be a moral choice that's associated with this big change for you. For others, when it comes to the big changes in the financial realm, it's not so much a moral choice as it is pushing yourself out of your fear factor or your comfort zone to take on new opportunities. We have here, free yourself of guilt and shame. Innocence, the porcupine. This is associated to the secondary message of reunions between two souls, because there's some sort of, when we connect it to the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Lovers, there's some type of guilt associated with it. But it almost feels like the Divine Feminine can't help it because her heart is in love. Like her heart just feels something for this person. You know, consequences be damned. It just seems like it is what it is. Because I keep hearing that song from Selena Gomez, the heart wants what the heart wants. It says here, soul's path, honor your soul's purpose. And regardless of which message you are resonating with, Spirit wants you to surrender to your soul's purpose, express yourself when you feel like you need to. And I feel like that's going to test your strength to express yourself no matter what scenario you're resonating with. To express yourself in the work realm and to step outside of your comfort zone, or to express yourself fully with this person and to provide a full spectrum of truth over your feelings there, because I feel like there's been a lot of hidden energy between the two of you. Back of the deck says Lion, ask for what you want. A very strong emphasis on Leo energy here. So you could be a Leo, or the person returning to you could be a Leo. The next big changes you don't see coming, please. Indigo and crystal children, so there could be children involved. The Six of Cups does talk about children or someone from your past that you came of age with. We also have nurture children as well. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child, and both activities are important for you right this moment. It's time to take back your power. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. And so there's this call to confidence with the Six of Wands. There's a call for us to combat this apathy or this helplessness in this next big change in your life. The helplessness that we feel towards ruminating about the past, especially when it comes to financial fears, but also the helplessness that we feel about this connection that wants to return as well. Again, very different messages here for pile number 2. Big changes you don't see coming for pile number 2, please. Advice for pile 2. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel, the sacred lotus, expansion. Expansion into more abundance, especially in the financial realm for some, for that first message. And more, again, more expansion, more clarity over this old attachment from the past. Says here, there's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin and let love dance in sight. And a cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. And then you have arrived. Because you will have, and this person perhaps coming forward will have a decision to make. Spirit's encouraging you to choose boldly because there's something about the cure for longing that you can expect in this next big change. It's an opportunity to cure your longing, but it also comes with its own set of obstacles or conflicts that we're going to have to power through. Now, the Hermit does assure us success with good plans and hard work, however. And that's really what they're talking about, is that perhaps you didn't expect there to be more hope in the future of this connection, because all of a sudden this Hermit's lantern is reignited. You could be a Virgo, perhaps, or the person coming forward could be a Virgo. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Advice for pile 2 with the next big change they don't see coming. Ace of Wands, King of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We have the Seven of Swords. There's been some frustrating delays, perhaps, with this person coming forward. And you've been trying to focus on priorities and responsibilities, but you still can't seem to shake these frustrating delays, especially associated with this reunion. The Seven of Swords is someone who's not being honest about looking in the background a lot. It's like maybe you don't talk about this person or you keep it really close to your heart space. But Spirit's now saying that you're going to have the opportunity to be honest with this person and with yourself during that period of this next big change. The frustrating delays are coming to an end. There's the rose of empowerment. It's next to the bicycle. I think about children and the decisions we make for children or decisions we made when we were children. We have and guitar pick. We also have the key. I feel like there's some keys in music, or it's like this person will give you, it's like you receive messages through music in some way, because there's a musical connection here. We also have here and I also just heard mixtape. Do you know back in the day when you would make a mixtape or a mix CD? I just heard mixtape. So that could resonate with you. We have a wrench in our plans here with the Four of Pentacles, and the wrench is connected to the home or work realm. So the wrench in our plan, the big change is surrounding the home or the work realm. So finances, but also the home realm if you make decisions outside of connections. Looking at things from a higher perspective on a situation that perhaps you've given up hope for, because you're not expecting this reunion. So perhaps you've given up a little bit of hope there because it's been a long time with the slow handsaw. We have at. I think about the internet. I think about like with the word at. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my links for Etsy for a personal reading or for Instagram. But I hope that you come and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the beautiful pink butterfly, or to the lookout card, and this is your reading. What is the next big change you don't see coming in your life? Now, this lookout card, you can see that there's somebody looking out on the mast of this ship, and the ship is on fire. And so it's number 17, however. So sometimes the tower can be associated with 16 energy. It kind of looks like a very tower-esque type of imagery. You may be going through an upheaval, but the 17 is all about looking out for calmer waters. It's asking us, it's telling us that this is a temporary situation. So if you're going to be experiencing upheaval, it's a very temporary energy, and we're moving into more healing and redirection. So let's see how this applies to the next big change that's coming in for you, pile number 3. Let me use the Disney Villains Tarot for you today. What is the next big change that they don't see coming? See the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, there's the Tower. And there's the 5 of Wands. So I don't know how I want to put this because I want it all to be visible. So let's just put it like that. Ooh, we've got a lot going on. We're going to put those back and try again, Spirit, because that's like a lot of cards. I did see the 6 of Pentacles, however. Next big change you don't see coming. We have the Judgment. And, you know, there's a bit of a discrepancy in the message here today, because Spirit says, as much as this reading is surrounding the topic of changes you don't see coming, your higher self is saying that you're sitting upon information you already know to be true regarding the scenario that we're going to be talking about. It's like you're already sitting upon truths about avoidance. It's like you're avoiding the tower from falling. You may be in the midst of it. Maybe the tower's already cracked. The foundation is already cracked, but we're really insecure about what lies beyond that tower falling, and we may be trying to hold on to something very practical in nature right this moment. Yeah, there's the sun, and this sun, it features Tamatoa from Moana, and he's holding on to shiny things. So in the present moment, you could have perhaps, you're going through a tower moment, or you're really holding on so that the tower does not fall. But Spirit says we may be holding on too tight. You have the Page of Wands. We may be holding on too tight because we think that what we're holding on to is actually our dreams and our goals and our wishes manifested. But Spirit says it's not fulfilling enough for you. And there's a reason why you're struggling so hard. There's a reason why there's so much unhappiness here. Here with the Tower reversed, you can see that this big piece of hair, it's like a lifeline that's holding us up there. But this, and it's connected to the 9 of Coins, which could be the work realm, could be the home realm. It's connected to your position and where you achieve a lot of your confidence. It's like where you achieve people's opinions. If they're high of you, you would really perhaps care about other people's opinions in this environment. So it could be the work realm or the home realm that we're dealing with today. And it could be a marriage as well. So this could be the work realm or a marriage as well with the Hierophant. And there's the 8 of Swords. But it's an environment that you feel really stuck in. So Spirit says that this upheaval energy won't come as a surprise to you. So when we're talking about changes you don't see coming, it's not the upheaval you don't see coming. It's like you want to maintain that position. What you don't see coming is the fact that perhaps the tower will fall, and that there's going to be more healing and more abundance than you could have ever anticipated in this environment waiting for you. Because there's a fear of detachment here, of leaving behind a codependency. But what you don't realize and what you don't see coming about the future here is that the sun is shining for you. And that this new pathway is holding more abundance than you ever could have imagined. They keep bringing me back to the 9 of Cups. They keep bringing me back to the genie's lamp. You have the Magician. And situations that you feel like are going to be happening to you are actually happening for you. This could be connected, if you're the Divine Feminine, this could be connected to a Taurus energy. We have Leo energy here as well. But they're really speaking about a Divine Masculine energy that connected to our security, that we may be walking away from. And there's a reality surrounding that situation, because it's like we have to sacrifice something very practical in nature in order to achieve something more emotionally fulfilling. And it's like that's scary. It can be really scary, and Spirit is acknowledging that, you know, the fact that anointing yourself in this way and allowing yourself to go exploring down a new pathway will be communicating to the universe that you're not letting something hold you back. But it's also very challenging. The best is yet to come, I just heard. The best is yet to come. That's why they're asking you to be on that lookout. You can see that the sails are already on fire, and it's going to go up very quickly here. And so the fact that we're holding on to something and trying not to let that tower fall means that we're exerting so much energy that we could be applying to brand new days. We could be applying to brand new explorations. And the Judgment is asking us, you can see it's the Queen of Cups, and she's holding onto the White Rabbit. And the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland says, I'm late for a very important date. It's like we're late to have this big change come in, and your higher self is saying that we are aware of that. It's like we've been holding this together for way longer than we should have been holding it together. For fear for fear. Even though we felt that pressure building and building and building, we've been stalling way too long. And now Spirit's saying it's time to be on the lookout for the horizon, for the sun, and for the clarity. We have the Fool. Back of the deck is the Ten of Swords. And there's the World. They say that it is time. They say that this big change that you don't see coming. Again, they keep saying we see the change coming. But what we don't see coming is the victory. What we don't see coming is a perspective or a new outlook or the optimism that's going to come after we just stop putting up so much effort, or stop putting up so much effort to not letting that tower fall. Not letting the permanent change come in. And the tower falling, it doesn't necessarily have to reflect a physical disruption in your life, but it can talk about epiphanies, like allowing our epiphanies through and allowing ourselves to act upon it. And when we act upon the epiphanies that Spirit has been trying to communicate to us for quite some time, perhaps, it's going to encourage us to take back our power from energies and situations that we feel like are holding us back from more. And some of these energies that are holding us back for more are going to take the shape of our relationships. That's going to take the shape of our work realm. But we know, because we can trust in our higher self and our discernment, we know that staying in this environment is just collecting shiny things, and those shiny things will turn to dust and return to nature. What we're supposed to be collecting is emotional abundance. And so what you don't see coming is the healing, is the new day, is the calm waters, is the new path of excitement, and is your path opening up towards more abundance. Because once we release with the Ten of Swords and we let go of something that we've had our ego transfixed upon, something that we've spent a lot of time perhaps investing in, once we release that, we also are awarded victory and clarity. We're awarded the world. And they say that you may be, again, this has been a message coming out for a couple of the piles today about receiving less than what you deserve in that environment overall. We have come to the edge, and we have the Fool here as well. Your guides want you to know that they're going to be your constant companion, even during this period of frustration or upheaval. And it's time to go. These cards came out in pile 1, actually, in association with like a work realm energy, but this time to go is telling you that you know that it's time to go. But again, your higher self keeps stepping forward, saying that you've been aware of this for some time. It's just a discrepancy between the epiphany and being able to execute that change, because we're trying to avoid chaos and conflict. There's the Tower reversed. We're trying to avoid the change. But avoiding that change is also avoiding your healing. It's also avoiding your optimism. It's avoiding this genie's lamp that's holding all of the abundance. Once we pull back and call back our energy from this environment that has been keeping it sequestered and monopolized for so long, we have that energy available to us to create and manifest the desires of our heart. So Spirit is really encouraging that release. Both of these equate to number 9s because they're asking us to coast into new beginnings. And they keep saying it's going to come as no surprise. But what may come as the surprise is the fact that you have more abundance waiting for you and more optimism. Oops. You may feel like you don't have really any support in this moment as well, because I'm getting this lighten up card. It came in the reverse. I always think of the Three of Cups for some reason with this card. But they're letting you know that not to be too nervous. Not to be too nervous, because they're trying to move you towards the sun. They want you to be focused on the sun. Pay attention to the signs I just saw as well. We have here, be grateful for all you are blessed with, and it's the kangaroo reversed. I think of Four of Cups reversed. And they say that we need a new outlook when it comes to the attachments that are holding us in place, or the fear. They also want us to combat any helplessness energy with a sense of gratitude. And your higher self, who's sitting here right in the center of your reading, is saying, we're able to see what's in store for the future. We can see past what you don't see. We can see past the fire. It's your higher self sitting on the lookout who can see the horizon, past all the chaos that you're trying to avoid. And so your higher self just doesn't want you to worry about that aspect. Let them take your burdens. Next, whoopsie daisy, leadership. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. We also have, don't forget who you are. In this environment, you may feel like you are not the version of yourself you could be. And so if you've forgotten who you are, this change that's coming in for you that you are going to be the executor of is going to be something that reminds you who you are. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very, very loved. It's time to prioritize, Spirit says. Eliminate your distractions to help yourself get organized and motivated. Changes that pile 3 does not see coming. We have a cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly, and then you have arrived. They're reminding you that in this environment, you're lonely anyway. It's like you're already training yourself to be on your own, because emotionally you already feel alone there. And so to cure this longing, there's a spark, an inspiration that's been sitting inside you, that you've been sitting upon, that you know to be true regarding this position or this individual. And Spirit says that you have to choose boldly. You have to step outside of your comfort zone and go exploring new chapters in order to get to the light, to start that healing process. Back of the deck says a note on love. It's time to seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. They want you to start working more upon yourself as well, when it comes to being very deliberate with how you speak to yourself, the sort of foods that you feed yourself, because you're communicating every time you do that an essence of self-love. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3 for the next big change you don't see coming in the bowl. In the bowl today, we have the Star of Aquarius, beautiful energy, the Temperance, and the Eight of Cups. Temperance is reversed because we feel stuck and in a rut, but that's our sign that it's time to go. The Eight of Cups is encouraging us to find our empowerment by walking away. The Star is the Star of Aquarius here, the lookout that's asking you to see beyond the immediacy of the chaos that you have to face, to see what's waiting for you on the other side, which is more abundance. I also have one that just fell out here, the King of Wands. Your person could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. In the bowl, I'm looking at the Three of Cups because they're talking about celebration, meeting new people as well, getting back out there and exploring new options for yourself in the future. And celebration that awaits you. Also, your guides offering their support in that present moment as well. We do have here, it's a very interesting message coming through, because we have the Surrender with the Seahorse. We have a wrench in our plans, and it's Aries energy. So it could be a confidence energy. We have the Blue Lips, someone who hasn't gotten affection in a while, or someone who hasn't been kissed in a while. We have crystal clear intentions. We have music, and then we have two gift boxes in the bowl. And as soon as I saw the 2 gift boxes, I thought about gifts that we're offering ourselves, but also the gift that we offer others. When we let a tower fall, especially if this is in regards to relationships, they want us to know that if you're not feeling fulfilled there, that it's a very good chance that the person on your mind is not emotionally fulfilled there either. And so it's like a gift we give each other when we both recognize the necessity to close out necessary chapters in order to embark upon new ones. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. I'm praying for you. Please drop your comment below if you would like to be interested, or if you would like to be entered in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my links for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage.